There's 5 plants you should try this spring. If you haven't tried them already, let me talk about them. Number one, the number one selling flowering annual that you should try in your pots or in the landscape this spring are Sunpatiens. If you've not experienced the beauty of Sunpatiens, you've got to give them a try. They really like full sun. 6 hours or more is considered full sun, so make sure you do that. If you give them full sun, you also have to give them plenty of water. They are a very thirsty plant, so this works really well if you've got an irrigation system or if you enjoy watering. This is in a dynamite plant. They really don't have a lot of bug pressure problems. They bloom prolifically throughout the summer, planting them now all the way through until we get really even close into late October. These things are going to perform and bloom. This is the compact series. They get about 2 foot tall, 2 foot wide each per plant, so you can space them out nicely when you plant them in your landscape, and they work awesome. You can use them as a bank of color, or I love mixing some of the colors together. They play off each other really, really nicely, but Sunpatiens are a must try. If you've not tried them yet, you'll be amazed at what they can do for you in the landscape all summer long. Now, if you've got a spot that's a little bit more dry, maybe you don't have irrigation or can't get to water them as frequently, they'll still need water, but lantana. And this series I absolutely love. This is the Havana Pink Sky series. They're more compact, they're more like a bush. So this is gonna get about a 24 to 30 inch diameter plant by the end of summer, and they will just bloom nonstop. They love the heat, they love the sun, and they'll perform. They're durable and they are heat loving. Another one you can consider is this passion fruit. This is in a hanging basket. We'll also have it in a 5-inch. This is a flat growing, more prostrate growing lantana, but it blooms nonstop throughout the summer. Just gives you a different color palette to choose from. So check out lantana. You're gonna absolutely love them. The pollinators love them. You'll love them, and they just perform in Kansas City. So check those out. If you've got that pot on your patio and you're like, I don't know what to put in it, it's a leftover pot and you're just wanting to fill it up, try a pot of Coleus. You can mix these together, mix 3 to 5 of the Coleus together in a pot, and they'll just perform. The foliage is what they're known for. It's not the bloom, it's the foliage. So mix them together, mash them together, and they'll do their thing. The trailing Coleus on the edge, the upright Coleus in the back, and the filler Coleus in the middle, and you'll have a beautiful arrangement of color and texture. Now, Coleus are beautiful because they can work in the sun or the shade, so they'll do awesome for you. Make sure that you're selecting from those sun varieties of Coleus to get the brightest pops of color. The shade Coleus really need more shade. These are all sun options of Coleus. Some of my favorites, the trailing Coleus, and then of course El Brido, which is this tried and true. That multicolored foliage is just outstanding in combinations. I think begonias were made for Kansas City, although not native at all to the Midwest. Begonias perform so well that if you haven't tried them, it's something that you may not be drawn to early in the season, but by the end of the season, you're seeing them bloom all over town. And you might be wondering what those hedges of flowers are. And oftentimes you'll notice that they're begonias. They do so well in Kansas City. They like our heat, they don't mind the humidity, and they really don't have a lot of pests or pressure problems that would cause them to go out of bloom. So begonias, the Top Hat series, these are going to be larger mounding begonias, great for hanging baskets, mixed containers, or in border edge plantings. And then there's some new series out like the Vikings that got these chocolate leaves, which I absolutely love for contrast. There's a chocolate with pink, there's a chocolate with red, and then, of course, one of the most populars, just the green leaf white. This is going to be pendulous and mounding, beautifully mixes into containers, also incredibly durable for landscape planting beds. Check out begonias. If you've not tried them yet, they can mostly grow in the sun or the shade, depending on what variety you choose. These are all work really well, sun or shade varieties. There are some begonias that need a little more shade. Those are the types that are like the trailing types or the non-stop types, and that is not what we're talking about. These are the sun-loving and shade-loving begonias that would do absolutely fantastic for you. Last but certainly not least, petunias. It wouldn't be summer flowering talk if we didn't talk about petunias. So many great colors to choose from. The Vista series comes in 3 colors, a bubblegum, a fuchsia, and the silverberry, and these work awesome in combination together. This is what's been used for years and years in hanging baskets in cities and in plaza areas where those baskets trail and cascade and bloom nonstop all summer long. This Vista bubblegum is the #1 selling petunia because it just grows. Even in the middle of summer, this petunia keeps putting on blooms and performing nonstop. It is a very vigorous grower. 3 foot diameter will cover across the ground. It'll also trail up to 3 foot in a hanging basket. Some other really fun ones like the Purple Tiara. It's a newer variety we carried last year. So it's got kind of a unique little halo in the middle with that lighter white color. And it's a standout in containers. It works really well to fill in space. And the one that's been around for a long time, Bordeaux, which I love that plum vein color in it. It really stands out, works nicely in containers. So try some petunias and just experience the beauty of that trailing and cascading flower that is just so tried and true and works so well. They're heavy feeders. Make sure you're fertilizing all of your flowers at least once a month with a control release pellet, and you'll enjoy the blooms that these flowers can produce all summer long. These are the top 5. You got to give them a try. If you haven't tried them, come into Family Tree Nursery, check them out. We'll help you pick out what exactly will work for you. We look forward to seeing you soon. Hey, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That will help push it out to others. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll never miss an update. Thanks for spending time with us.